All right, Isaac, big 31-2 win over Bethune Cookman today, first road game of the season. Well, how did it feel out there? How did you guys feel for all intents and purposes of the defense posted the shutout today?
Yeah, just starting off, we started off kind of slow. I mean, it wasn't our best. We wasn't as focused. A lot of penalties, kind of sloppy play. But then, coming out the second half, holding them to, 0 points on the offensive side, holding them to 0 points. So we locked in later in the game. So I'm proud of it.
Leading tackler for this team today, you were with 6 tackles. I mean, what was the key to turning things around after that first slow start?
Really just locking in and focusing. I mean, we understand we're on the road, in a very tough environment, but we got to control what we can control, and then, just going out and doing our job.
Now, what kind of turning point was it for you? They drive down and get inside the 10-yard line, and then fumbles forward, you pick it up. I mean, I got a picture that'll run in the story tomorrow.
Yeah.
You guys celebrating to go off the field. Is that still the turning point to get you guys
Most
started?
definitely, that was big. Understanding they're in the red zone. We always, want to give up 0 points. Even if they kick a field goal or anything. But getting off the field, in the red zone, that was big for us.
And again, in the second half, they didn't do very much in the second half. A lot of their plays went for negative yards. But what were some of the adjustments you guys made at halftime to run out of the second half?
Really just locking in, dialing in on our base defense. I mean, we got to, base defense is our friend, really. We do our job in base defense, stop anybody, really. So.
The game at Chattanooga next week, what are your thoughts going into next week?
We're excited. I mean, first conference game of the season, and it's on the road. It is going to be a tough environment, too, so we're excited for that.
Coach, big 31-2 today, win today over Bethune-Cookman, first road game of the season. What were your thoughts coming out of this one?
Yeah, it's hard to tell what you're going to get from a team when they go up and play an FBS opponent. I thought Bethune's a pretty good football team, and it took us a minute to get rolling in the first quarter offensively, but once we did, I thought we played well. I thought the defense was tremendous all day. I thought we were solid in our special teams again, and really, happy to come away with the victory.
Offensive game plan attack, you did what you needed to do. You established yourself at the line of scrimmage today. The runs, even laterally to the outside and up the middle, they were pretty successful for you.
Yeah, I thought Coach Soto and our offensive staff had them dialed in pretty well, and I thought our backs ran the ball really hard. Again, you saw 2 or 3 guys back there really running, and I'm pleased with the way we played up front. Just off the initial rip. The glaring thing is we got way too many penalties. We got to get that cleaned up.
Yeah, talk about the penalties a little bit. You had a pretty crucial one that will affect you next week with Miles.
Yeah, we'll send that in for review. With the game strat on the sideline, it's a bang deal. They called targeting. It is what it is. So we'll try to get it reviewed and see where it's at.
Now, you mentioned that the slow start to this game. What were some of the keys for your team to get out of it and get out of the funk that they were in?
Yeah, we just needed to finish. We were moving the football. We needed to finish. And again, a testament to our defense. We were tremendous on third down today defensively, and really and they had a hard time running the football. So we really forced them to be one-dimensional. Made some big plays and turned the ball over. Took it away a couple of times from them. And so really pleased with the defensive effort.
Now, I asked Isaac this, and he said it's kind of a turning point for the defense, but they drive all the way down inside the 10-yard line, able to force a fumble and get off the field.
Absolutely.
And turn things
Yeah,
around.
and that was early in the game. So really critical for our team to take the ball away. And then I believe we went down and we at least moved the football if we didn't score there coming out of that on that series. So, critical series, critical takeaway. Again, I can't say enough about how well the defense played this afternoon.
Let's talk about next week going into Chattanooga, first on the Southern Conference game of the season against the preseason league favorites. What are your thoughts coming out of the first 2 weeks going into that one?
Yeah, I mean, Rusty Wright does a great job, and they'll be really well coached. Again, a team that played a really talented Tennessee team. They're on the road against Georgia State tonight. They'll be well coached. They'll be ready to roll, and so will our guys. Again, I think almost the silver lining in all of this is we got a lot to clean up. We won by 4 touchdowns, and we got a lot to clean up. And so, we're not playing our best football, but we're still playing pretty darn good. And I'm excited to watch the growth this week as we roll into this SoCon game.
Dwayne McGee, talk about what you saw, some of the things that you saw today. What are your feelings coming out of a 31-2 win against Bethune-Cookman?
A lot of the things I saw today was just like, it was hard aggression on the line today. Today we proved that we can be down or we can not score on the first drive, and a lot of things can go good. We showed that we can handle adversity. We can get grown man drives. That's really what we seen today. We get huge grown man drives and make a lot happen out of it.
What were the keys to the rushing attack today? The rushing attack seemed to be working on all cylinders.
Today was really just be aggressive. Like, we came down to Florida and just we had to show that, like, we can be aggressive. Like, we don't got to just pass. I know last year offense wasn't that big, so today, like, we really wanted to make sure that we can pick up and show that we can compete with anybody and we can dominate anybody. Just really dog yards, like, show that we can be a dog today.
A slow start coming out of the gates today. What were some of the keys to turning that around and getting going?
Being a leader, honestly, like telling them, like, I understand this happens. Like, it happens. You might be down, you might get knocked down, but it's all about how you react, and it's just keep working, really.
Okay, and you sort of got into a little bit more of a rhythm today than you did against Presbyterian. You were in a rhythm against Presbyterian, but you really got to go in today. What worked for you today?
A lot of film with, like, my head coach, Coach Soto, and my position coach, Coach Jones. It was just really showing that I can attack and just be downhill. Last week was more of so it was just, first game, things happen, but this week it was more so just run downhill, attack, and show that we can have grown man yards.
Now let's talk about next week going into Chattanooga, big SoCon matchup, your first SoCon matchup of the year. What are your thoughts going into that after seeing what you've seen in the first two games?
Stay in the film room and just be more aggressive, honestly. Just keep attacking, showing that we can do it all, showing we can pass, we can run, and really just prove to everyone, just prove to the city of Macon that, like, we here. Like, we ain't taking nothing, we here.